unfundable. Fusion reaction.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get to the chopper! Price go up. Gigantic fusion reactor that just works.
Multiple income streams and real yield.
Ooh, yeah!
Cheats can no longer dump on your heads. The revolutionary decentralized finance protocol. Fusion reaction in T-minus 3, 2, 1.
Fusion! You don't know the power. The math is unfundable. Fusion reaction.
Oh, hell yeah.
The mothership. And what's it gonna do? Everybody excited?
Oh, hell yeah.
Give my creation! Fusion.
Get ready to rumble.
Fusion.
Gotta do a huge shout out to Cool Sheet. That song just hits.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the official EMP live stream. My name is AJ, I am the team lead here, and I'm joined by a special guest tonight, the one and only Grover. Grover, how are you, brother?
Oh, mate, I'm all right. Freezing over here on the other side of the world, waiting for the fire to warm up the house, but apart from that, I'm going well.
Awesome, man. Great to have you here. LA is traveling today, so we got Grover filling in, and yeah, we were just talking. It's crazy. It's sub-zero where Grover is, and 90 degrees where we are. The planet is a crazy place.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah, totally, brother. Well, all right, we got a lot of great news today, a lot to share, and another. It's funny how the universe is. Speaking of the universe and the planet, shout out to the one and only Hulk Hogan. Passed away. He's in our intro video, which is crazy. So, sad day today with that. But shout out to Cool Sheet and the one and only Hogan in the intro. But we have a lot of exciting news. I don't want to kick things off being sad. We got to kick things off being excited for what we're doing with EMP. We have a ton to go over and some breaking news that a lot of you will be really excited to hear. And hopefully, we can get an answer to the long-awaited question of when. All right. All that being said, let's jump right in. Let me go ahead and pull up my notes and everything for today. Before we get started, though, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps the algorithm and helps get the word out to more people. So, and Grover will be helping me in the chats. So if you have a question, please feel free to ask. We'll get to that at the very end. If you did ask a question in Discord, we'll answer it next week when LA is back. But for now, we're all here tonight. So, all right, here we go. Let me go ahead and pull up. The market and bonds have just been on fire. I know we usually do a market update at the beginning of AMAs. I'm still really bullish on everything that's happening. We're seeing more momentum than ever. We saw a dip a few days ago. They got eaten right up. So I think there could be some volatility still. We may see another substantial correction, maybe 10%. from these levels. But overall, I think we're going to be really, continually increasing into the end of the year. And that lines up with all the, previous cycles and ultimately the global liquidity cycle, which I think will drive, markets even higher, on top of rate cuts and anything else here in the US, and just overall bullish sentiment on institutions and now nation states acquiring Bitcoin and ETH. I mean, there's now, we've said it all along, but everybody loves Bitcoin and Bitcoin leads the way. But now people are trying to see, that upside potential and realizing that number two, ETH is the digital oil compared to digital gold. And, there could be a lot more X's in terms of gains with Ethereum than Bitcoin just from, market cap alone. And now we're seeing people, use ETH as a strategic treasury. So just like the Michael Saylor playbook with Bitcoin, it's now being applied to ETH. And I think that will also, continue to drive the price of ETH as we see it happen. And I'm still in the camp of $10,000 ETH by this cycle for sure. So all right, let's go with that open bonds. I don't know. Are you bullish on ETH, Grover? I know
Oh,
the
mate,
answer
I'm
to
bullish
that,
on
but
ETH, and
yeah,
it's great to see it come. It's great to see it coming back. It's always a precursor to alt season because it goes from Bitcoin to ETH, and then filters down to all the alts, and then the craziness happens.
yeah, absolutely, brother. And we're already seeing that too. Which when I pull up the chart here, or the DBank for bonds, we had a few runners today. Some of the alts that we're exposed to, Banker, Indexy, all were up like 30% today, which was great for the overall fund, in terms of bonds. So, all right, let me pull it up. Sorry, here having some technical difficulties. I'll share my screen.
You'll get there. It's coming.
Yeah, brother, we got there. All right, perfect. Here we go. Hopefully, you guys can see here. All right, and let's go over to bonds. All right, so here we are, approaching that 2 million mark in the main fund alone. We're now over 2.2 million, closer to even maybe 2.3 million when you account for the white labels. Again, a lot of you know Bernard Bonds, and we just announced EMP.Money bonds. So lots of things happening. Yeah, over 400 here now. So yeah, what is that? 2.3, almost
Yes,
2.4 million. So
2.3, nearly
yeah,
2.4.
yeah, man, that's insane. So looking really, really good. And we had a record number today. We did about $12,000 in yield in one day. So volume is coming back again. That is really bullish, and that will ultimately increase APR. The APR is floating again. It's been around that 70 to 80% mark, but we think 100% is very doable and sustainable. And days like today prove that because now there's more volume coming back. We're trending sideways a bit. ETH is still running, but not a 10% move in one day. And so that helps us really generate enough yield to then have a higher APR. So again, this is the fully transparent uh, holdings of the bonds. And as you can see, KTA, Arrow, REI, Banker, all of these having a great day. Indexy up a bunch. So not only is principal balance up, but also volume, which means more fees. So looking really, really good on that front. If you haven't minted bonds, please consider it. It is the flywheel that drives all that we're doing. I know a lot of you have been using the bond yield now to buy and sacrifice EMP as well. Grover, you want to talk on that a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been seeing.
well, we recommend getting into bonds. I mean, like even if it just stays at around about the 70-80% mark, that's that I figured that out the other day to be about 50 to 70 cents a day yield.
Yeah,
You can't get that on roughly $250 anywhere else. So
totally.
that's brilliant. What we recommend that you do is you buy your bonds, get your bonds, get right into it, and as you accumulate your yield, claim your yield, buy some EMP, and also buy some off the marketplace. It's a great place to get a deal, but just make sure you buy and sacrifice some yield as that some EMP, as that obviously gets as close as a peg. And with those buys, I've also got my boost system. I'll boost up peg as well. Then you utilize some of that that yield as well to buy more bonds. So you're compounding, getting more bonds, increasing your yield. And obviously, we recommend take some profit for yourself. All right, you don't have to, but I mean, like it's a good idea. So that's buy your bonds, use some to buy EMP and sacrifice. If you want, use some to get some off the marketplace as well, and then take a little bit of profit for yourself, for the bills, or just to do whatever with. It's a great way to increase peg, increase your position in Fusion, and play for the short, medium, and long term wealth.
Yeah, absolutely, Grover. Great stuff, man. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, we're also doing this with the Treasury to help again continue that flywheel. When you hear me talk about the flywheel, that is exactly what we mean, where we're utilizing this real yield to then support the ecosystem long term. And if you're a bondholder, you're getting paid no matter what. So it's really a win-win for everybody. Bond price has been holding really steady in terms of dollar value. The original mint price was around $250, and then this ETH price has been coming back as well. I know we originally started bonds at zero point 0.1 ETH, which on the surface looks like you might be down a lot, but over the first few days, it was already around zero point 0.9 ETH. So even if you bought on the very first day, all in, the yield that you've received and this ETH value coming back, you're still you're definitely in profit in terms of dollar value, and you're probably really close in terms of ETH value. So all
I'd,
that is looking really good, and that is going to continue to get better and better. So
I'd like to also.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Sorry to interject. It's
Yeah,
just that it's relevant for there. I mean, I'd like to interject that that ETH price can be a little bit misleading. That price there is actually based upon the total value of the assets in the
yes.
bond. It's not a fixed ETH price. That's because all of those the vaults that we're in are worth so much. They then divide that by how many bonds there are, and that gets you the equivalent amount in ETH, not a fixed ETH amount.
Yes, 100%, bro. Thank you for clarifying. And yeah, I mean, that was where I was going is, days like today where we see Banker and REI and a lot of other tokens that were paired with, they're outperforming ETH. So when that happens, this ETH value starts going up as well. So like Rover said, this is more of an indication of the overall price of the funds of the assets in the fund rather than a fixed ETH price. It has nothing to do with a 1/10 value of ETH or some arbitrary number. It's simply the overall funds in the bonds divided by how many people have bonds gives you that price. And ultimately, you know, if you've been compounding, your cost basis is a lot lower anyway. And, at these levels, your APR will probably be higher as well because, even if we're at a 75% APR, but bonds and ETH and all the other assets go up in value over the next few months, which we all are assuming with a real bull run, your APR is quite a bit higher than what is actually displayed here because you got in at a lot lower cost basis. So yeah, does that make sense, Grover?
DCAing into anything's always a good option. It's lowers your entry level and makes your based on outlay about APR much higher.
Totally. Yeah, no doubt. And just one more highlight is the amount that we've paid out. Again, it's been about a month and a half. Obviously, we're almost 2 million now. We started, a lot lower, about 250K a week for the first few months, but to be almost 10% of the entire bond value paid out in just 2 months is pretty spectacular. So again, and that will continue to scale on days like today. We had a record number, like I said, $12,000 in one day just from yield, because volume has been picking up. So that's bullish, and that's also really bullish for the recovery fund, because the more volume that goes into that, the more that can go into the compensation fund and make everybody whole quicker. And then once that is settled, that yield then goes to GDEX and Fusion. So those are all amazing things that are proving that the system is working, and the real yield makes up for everything in the long run. So really exciting stuff. So all right, awesome.
And one,
Yeah, good. Yeah,
well,
good.
and one other thing is to remember. I mean, like, this isn't just something that's going to be going well in a bull market, because the bonds operate on the vaults behind the scenes and do liquidity mining, and all of that APR is based on volume, right? There's still volume in a bear market. It's not like the volume goes away, and that's the APY and APRs still coming in, even in a bear market. So it's
Yeah.
something that is sustainable.
Yeah, absolutely, Grover. That's a great point. I think people, we've seen people ask, how is this going to work in a bear market? And the answer is, if even if you were a genius and timed the top and sold, that is a lot easier said than done. And, if you're going to hold your tokens anyway through the next bear market, why not have yield the entire time, even if the APR is slightly reduced? It's way better than you would get in TradFi, and it's way better than you would get just holding your tokens in your wallet, and waiting for the next round trip. So yeah, I'm with you. I think we're gonna see. Obviously, we don't have a crystal ball, but we've been farming now with our own treasuries even before the bonds through a brutal bear market, and we were still able to survive with very healthy APR. So I think that argument is going to be less and less as we do see things move into the next phase. And who knows? I'm still a believer that this is an extended cycle, and we may still have a bear market, but nothing like the corrections that we've seen in the past. Just because,
I happen to agree with you there. I mean, like, historically, you'd see 80% corrections during a bear, but we've got institutional money in DeFi now and crypto, and they won't allow their investments to have that much of a drop.
yeah,
They'll be buying the dips, and they've got big money. So I can't see the bear having that much back, like it has historically.
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely, Grover. Yeah, and again, the playbook has changed because now it's not, PvP anymore, where institutions or even advanced traders are trading the market. They are buying and accumulating for the long run. And again, Michael Saylor, shout out to him. He changed the game, because they don't. The whole goal is you're not selling your ETH or your Bitcoin. You're accumulating it and buying tops, because you know that it's a 10-year play, where no matter what, whether it's ETH or Bitcoin or anything in the top 100, will outperform fiat over the long run. And that's where all this money is coming from. I mean, I'm still blown away at, like, tapping into the traditional market. These strategy companies are getting tens of millions of dollars in interest. And the reason is because they're wanting to get out of fiat that is losing money year over year. Even if you have it in an IRA or stock market, nothing competes with crypto yields. And overall, I think that is what really has been the fundamental shift and why we're not going to see the bear markets of the past, is because it's now, you know, a buy and hodl game rather than a swing trade game. And that's what we've said all along. I mean, if you've been listening to everything I've said for the last 4 years, the tried and true method is buying and holding, rather than trying to time the market or swing trade. And now that's happening on an institutional level, which is incredible. So, all right. Anything else you're going to add to bonds before we move on to EMP?
No, I think I've covered it all. Again, I am going to reiterate: make sure you're buying bonds, using some of that yield to get EMP and sacrifice. Sure, also get some off the marketplace. There's great deals in there, and it raises the floor price. Compound your bonds and take some profit.
Perfect. Yep, 100%, brother. All right, let's move on over to EMP and EMP Fusion. Give me 1 second here. All right, so I want to start with the EMP chart. It's been killing it. So a lot of new buying pressure. Shout out to all of you that have been, working on the community efforts. Grover again initiating the boosting system, and we've been going up in both terms of USD and in ETH value. Our chart is looking really great. We're now back over a $20 million market cap, which has been great. Things are, I mean, look at this chart against ETH, with ETH going up, just looking really good. We're almost even at all-time highs again. So again, shout out to all of you that have been really getting behind the recent efforts and seeing this work. I'll pull up Fusion Watch too, but Grover, you want to talk a little bit about how the community's been really rallying lately?
Community has been going insane with buys, and that's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant to see. I mean, like, with thousands of dollars being bought over the last few days, and that's amazing. And just to give you an idea of how the boost system has been working with that over that same period of time, it has boosted those buys by nearly $6,000 worth of EMP.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
incredible.
that's incredible. So I mean, like, all of those buys plus the boost, and we've been able to break the 40% peg mark. We're seeing levels that we haven't seen in a long time, and we're just going along great guns. And shout out to everyone that's been buying. Keep it up, guys. Every single EMP counts. Every single one counts. So dive under the couch, find a couple of cents, get some, keep it coming, guys. The more we push, the more I can push, and the system's going to be there as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely, Grover. Again, and that's the beauty of this new system is now that we are no longer a seigniorage protocol and we have moved to a fixed supply of EMP, you're seeing the supply squeeze happen in real time. And, obviously there'll be sellers and we have to, buy the dips and get rid of swing traders, but it is mathematically inevitable that at some point, even one EMP at a time, there is no more EMP left. Everything is in Fusion, and then yield will pick up and really make Fusion as attractive as we all want it to be. And bonds are a great precursor to that. And I want to pull a Fusion Watch here again. Shout out to Grover and John. This is their baby, fully community-led project, and just really, really impressed and proud of the hard work that you guys have put in. And it really helps show the progress. So as you can see, last week we smashed our goal, almost tripling it, and that was what, Grover, 120,000 EMP sacked.
1,000 EMP sacrifice. Now, I do have to admit, not all of those were purchased EMP, but that's still brilliant. As soon as they are sacrificed, then they're off the market forever. I mean, like, every EMP sacrificed is gone and never going to be not gone, but is off the market and never going to be traded again,
Yep.
reducing the available supply, making EMP scarce, and obviously skewing the demand supply market in our favor.
Yeah, 100%. And so, and with that too, we're almost at our goal for this week. We're at 34,000. We have about
34,000.
20 more thousand to go. So we'll hopefully we smash that in the next few days. And again, yeah, just what
I
even with
certainly hope we do smash it. I mean, like last week, I was able to distribute 100% of the prize money for our competition that we have going every week. This week we're already up to 60%, so I mean, like I'll be able to distribute a large chunk of the prize money this week already. I want to be able to distribute it all. I love being able to go, yay, we've distributed all of the prize money this week, and supported all of those that have put in the hard work.
absolutely no,
Great
absolutely.
to see.
Yeah, totally. And again, I mean, at 0.4 peg already, even with ETH blasting off, that is a testament to the new buying pressure. As you can see on the peg pulse down here as well, we've had multiple green days in a row, and that really pushes the peg bonus trend. Let me go back down here a little bit here.
Just a little bit
Yeah,
lower.
yeah, there it is. All right. So yeah, if we're talking about this, Grover, I mean, we could see Peg in what, a matter of 10 days with the
As
1
little
week
as 10 days.
forecast.
Now we do have to remember that this we calculate this based on both accumulation of linear and
Yes.
there's quite a bit of maths that goes into being able to calculate these numbers, and it's obviously not a guaranteed number, but it's based upon the first one is based upon the last week of purchases, and the last week has been insane. It's made a peg jump up by 38%. Is it's there? Just one moment. I've got to click on Fusion Watch so I can see it. Yeah, 38.9% there, which if it continues on like that, that's 10 days, 10 days to peg, which is that's crazy. That's crazy. Obviously, we have to keep up that same amount of momentum to get there, but like it's possible.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you continue on to the 14-day mark, and my one's saying a little bit different to what yours is on the.
Yeah, I'll probably have to refresh. Let's try that. Yeah.
A 14-day one, and 28 days. So we like. Let's see. No,
Yeah,
my one
there
must
you
be
go.
just.
Yeah.
My one just must be lagging a bit. 14 days, 14-day average. The 25% over the last 14 days, and that means that if we continue that same momentum, just under a month till peg, and then going further, the monthly average, we've gone up 27% over the month, and if we continue the same amount of momentum for that monthly average, 55 days. So I mean, like the numbers, you can just see that if we all keep together and keep rowing in the same direction, we can get peg in a matter of weeks if we really push it, and or a couple of months. We're doing great, guys. We've got to keep it up. And as I said, every single EMP counts.
Yep, absolutely, Grover. And yeah, I mean, like we said, we got to set expectations. Obviously, it's exciting to look at peg trend and how the momentum has been going. But it isn't an average, and we need to see the volume continue. But that just shows how quickly it can happen. I mean, even if we go with the conservative, numbers, we're looking at about a month or 2 months rather for peg. So, and that would line up really well with the overall bull run. And remember, I mean, this is a process. So right now, everything is focused on peg recovery. It won't be a straight shot. It's a slow and steady grind, as we've seen. And Rover can attest, we have seen some dumpers. And although that is a bummer, it's actually really bullish because they are leaving the ecosystem, moving on, and then that allows us to accumulate more EMP, put it into Fusion, and never have that EMP available to be dumped again. So it is a game of attrition. And again, just mathematically, you don't have to take my word for it or Grover's word for it. Just mathematically speaking, it is inevitable that we eventually do get to peg because of the mechanisms that we have in place. Yeah.
One of the other things it's good to notice. I mean, like if you actually have a look at the people that have been selling out on a regular basis, a number of them are now either almost dry of EMP to sell, or have just sold the last of their EMP. So I mean, like all of those ones that are exiting for whatever reason they're exiting. There's no sell shame here. People do what they trade however you feels necessary, but a number of the wallets that have been selling off are now almost out, or have just sold off the last of their EMP. So it means that there's going to be less and less dumps the closer we go to peg, because selling now is great for the system in the long run. It's right, better now than at peg, because it would be a little bit disheartening if we got to peg and then there was a big dump and we go, oh man, we've got to get there again.
For sure. Yeah, no doubt. And again, we're doing everything we can to mitigate that. The more slow and steady that peg happens, the easier that is to do. And as we've said all along, we're able to implement the peg management bot when we do get to those levels. That's when the marketing starts again, and we have a lot of inflows as one of the only original seigniorage protocols that has literally come back and achieve peg without moving the goalposts is going to be newsworthy for sure. So one more thing real quick, Rover. Sorry, I know you got the kids too, but
no, they're right there. They're quiet watching TV at the moment.
All right, perfect. I know mine's about to come in here in a minute, so you may hear some noise. But can you just talk quickly on the peg challenge and how really there isn't that much EMP in the LP anymore either? So
well, the Peggy Dance the Peggy Dance challenge is calculation. Unfortunately, it's not a live calculation because it's being V3 liquidity. You have to take into consideration where the concentrated liquidity is and a whole heap of other things. So that's a number that I have to calculate manually, and believe me, it's not fun.
yes.
But the liquidity has been lowered. There, it is now, I believe, it's around about 50,000 EMP in the pair as it stands, which means that there is also the good side of that is it means that there is less EMP that's needed to be purchased to reach peg. Now, the number there, 32K, actually I haven't updated that today, so it's probably a little bit higher than that now because we did have a sell. It's probably about 35K EMP in the to be purchased. That really isn't that much. That's 12,000, 15,000 around about there. That needs to be purchased. And obviously, it's not a straight shot. I mean, like that's the number that needs to be purchased if no one's sold, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we all know that's not going to happen. But it's insane to think that's how close we are, and that's using those numbers. There's just over 1,100 people that are in Fusion. That's only $11 each. $11 each, and 20 something EMP needed to be purchased each, and we would reach there in a straight shot.
Yeah, 100%.
Rowing all in the same direction, as we like to say. It is more than achievable. It is more than achievable.
Yep, I love it. Sorry, go ahead.
And as I said, we've got the boost system happening on it, so that your buys make more impact. Oh, like you buy $100, that means that we can then boost it by however much that the boost system ends up being able to boost it by. and it
Yeah.
makes it easier for us all to get to peg. So
Yeah,
keep on
absolutely.
buying, one EMP at a time. And it all makes it go and into fusion and never to be sold or bought again.
Yeah, absolutely, Grover. And again, we're doing our part as a protocol. You all are doing your part as a community, and that's when we see the results that we've been seeing. So again, it's bullish for the future. All right, awesome. That's great about Fusion and EMP. I wanted to highlight too, really quick, our official eShare competition. So we announced this last week, but now we've had a few rounds under our belt. And Grover, you want to give a little high level overview? Sorry, I know I'm making you talk a
No,
lot
that's all.
tonight, man.
That's right.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Price prediction or eShare pulse prediction, as we've called it, is basically that, right? We've got you predict what the price is going to be when the timer runs down. You know, you put tickets to USDC on BSC each. You send that amount of money to the wallet that's there, which you can just click on and it copies the address for you. One transaction per entry, so $1 $2 transaction per entry. You come up, you put in your transaction hash for that transaction. You copy paste, put in your prediction, and submit. Now, because of how we've had to do it, we didn't want to take up dev time to create a smart contract to be able to manually automatically do it. We've had to scrape data from the chain, and it does that every 3 minutes. So if it doesn't register your prediction straight away, wait 3 to 5 minutes and then just resubmit it. It's just got to register that transaction has gone through and be able to verify that the money's there and has gone through. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have a winner last week, but then we didn't have as many entries as we would have liked. But that just means that the pool rolls over and can be won this coming week. Which the pool to be won this week is now just $299 on sale. $299 of USDC. It's not in EMP. It's not in eShare. It's USDC. So that's $300 that you could win just by putting in a ticket. All right.
totally.
Not only that, half of that $2 that goes in gets burnt. That buys back eShare and burns it. Now we just did the last week I believe it was a $258 burn of eShare. All right, so that brings the total pool of burned eShare in only over. It's been going 2 weeks. We've already burnt $300 worth of eShare, right? And eShare has a very low supply, so burning eShare keeps on removing eShare off the out of the total supply, and that is great in increasing the price of eShare. So get involved with it. It's $2. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take a lot of money to just put a prediction in, and not only do you have a chance of winning some decent some size money, you're also helping to push the price of eShare up, which in turn helps make the APR in Fusion relatively better, because a higher eShare price ends up meaning a higher relative APR in Fusion.
Yep, absolutely. I love it. That was a great overview. Grover, again, I love it when you're on because you do such a great job doing a deep dive. And again, the four of us, LA, Grover, John, and myself, behind the scenes, rolling this out. We've been wanting to come up with something that was a little bit more community based that could still have a great impact on eShare. And this was a really cool way to do that. And like Grover said, I mean, this is all bare bones, no smart contracts, community effort. Eventually, when we do get some more dev time, we can streamline a lot of this. But for right now, it's a cool way to earn a little bit and help the overall ecosystem. And who knows? I mean, in 2 weeks, we've seen the prize pool get to about $300. Another month from now, the prize pool could be in the thousands, and
Oh,
that could be very enticing to people that
100%. I
yeah
mean, like that's very conceivable. I mean, like it doesn't take a lot to be compounding that pool up. I mean, uh, it could in a couple it quite easily, depending if everyone gets behind and puts some money in, that could be $1,000 prize, and then hey, everyone will be wanting to win that.
yeah, absolutely. Even people outside of our ecosystem, they come and they give their they give it a go. So yeah, absolutely. So all right, awesome. Well, that is everything in terms of bonds and fusion. Let me jump back over to our live stream and we'll go through some questions. Let me double check my notes as well to see if we have anything here. And if you do have a question, please feel free to type it in the chat and we can go over it. And then I have some mega alpha to drop in 1 second. So let me go through, give me 1 second here to make sure I didn't miss anything on the notes and stop sharing my screen. Grover, was there any questions that you saw off the top of your head that we can answer?
Well, in the live chat on YouTube, I see MC Panic has got a question. Is there anything stopping someone from buying a big amount and just cash out double when that happens? It's a 2 times guaranteed, pretty much. Well, we're never going to stop anyone from buying and selling. It's just not how we operate. Where if someone was to buy a large amount and sell, yes, it would cause a spike in price and then potentially drop. But the thing is, once we reach peg, we've got the peg bot on. And that peg bot is one of the defenses, I suppose you could say, against that type of thing from happening, because it's going to be buying and selling EMP to help maintain peg. If like obviously it may not be able to maintain peg all the time, and it may drop down, but it's going to be doing its best to maintain peg once we've achieved it, and in the process earning money for Fusion. Right, that peg bot is from arbitrage opportunities, is earning funds, and that's been funneled back into Fusion, creating a flywheel effect. And that's one of the defenses that we have against people from buying and dumping. And it's not stopping them from doing that. It's just helping defend against that type.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great explanation, Grover. And just to piggyback on that a little bit more, we've been fully transparent with our liquidity management as well. And so if somebody did try to, swing trade or game the system, so to speak, without being here for the long term, we don't handcuff anybody, but they would get hit fairly hard with price impact and, slippage. And so, and what that does through Grover's boost system, that means we have more than to boost the price after they sell. So again, it is a game of attrition where, you know, eh, over the long run, we're able to really punish swing traders, and they can't continually, pump and dump, so to speak, on EMP. So,
On that note, we actually have seen a bit of that over the last few days, where there has been some really significant buys, and there also have been some significant sells. But if we have a look, what's been able to happen is it's been able to bounce back very quickly, and that's a lot of that is because of the boost system. It enables us to be able to get back to where we were at a much faster rate, because it's not just you guys having to buy back all of those dumped EMP. There's a system in place to help with that and help get us back to where it was before that person sold that large amount.
yeah, absolutely, 100%. So, all right. Well, I went through my notes again and just made sure that we covered everything. Again, please keep the questions coming. We'll get back to those in a minute. But I purposely waited to the end to reveal some mega alpha. And I don't even know if Grover knows. Actually, I think I gave him a heads up. So, two things. Number one, the USDT battery has been credited So we had to do things a little differently than originally planned. Again, it's a very complicated system, and just in the vein of getting it done ASAP for everybody, we were actually able to credit you the 10 M energy that it costs to buy the USDT battery. So rather than applying the battery directly, you got credit in M energy that you can then use to just buy the USDT battery over again. All of that is in our recent posts. So if you're on Discord or Telegram, all the instructions are there. And then all of the pending rewards, if you had any pending rewards from the battery, please either send me a message on Telegram or open a ticket in Discord. And we'll go through it together. So there isn't really a way that we can automatically credit USDT into your account without, again, redoing our entire code base. So this is the easiest way to do it. I have everything documented again, through the code on what you're eligible for, but it's just easier to do it one-on-one in the interest of getting it done ASAP. And the biggest alpha of them all, the legacy migration should be live tomorrow. So there you go. Everybody that's asking when migration, when detonator, when reactor, when NFT, when bonds, tomorrow is the day. So I don't have a time. I'll do a full announcement on all of our socials. It's very simple. Your sacrifice points have been calculated. There'll be a banner at the top of the Fusion website. It'll automatically recognize your wallet, and you just have to initiate the migration, and those sac points show up right in your microgrid. And if you don't have a microgrid, it will create one for you. So again, finally, we are getting through all of the loose ends. I do want to say again, and please, help us spread the word. I know Grover will be. You may see a bit of dilution on your microgrid, so don't panic. If you have a 1% share in Fusion, and over the next few weeks it goes down, um, don't panic, because that is a one-time issue. I mean, we have all the EMP from the Treasury that's being burned, so we're not minting any new EMP, but people are going into Fusion will dilute everybody else. So it is going to be a little bit of dilution, but honestly, it shouldn't be noticeable. I mean, you're not going to be getting diluted by half by any means, and
Realistically
that's another
speaking,
yeah, go ahead, Robert.
so realistically speaking, that dilution isn't any more than if the same value of people bought EMP and sacrificed.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
100%.
basically just a case of that same amount of EMP has been sacrificed in one big hit. So I mean, like, actually on Fusion Watch, you can actually go into My Fusion and see how much EMP you need to be sacrificing per week to avoid dilution.
Yeah, great points again, and that's why we've been saying for the last few months now, even make sure that you get a position now with the peg bonus, because you will avoid that dilution when it happens. Because remember, everybody getting credited through the legacy contracts is getting credited at peg value. So again, we're doing everything we can to be fair, but not negatively impact those that are actually putting new money into Fusion by buying EMP and sacrificing it. So, and then the other thing that is a side effect of this, just again, in full transparency, we may see a lot of cheap microgrids on the market. So, I'll be working with Grover. He's on top of it. We'll be sharing any incredible deals that we find, and the Treasury will start buying some of those cheap microgrids as well. Because if you were in detonator and maybe you hate EMP and don't want to be here anymore, you can still sell your microgrid at whatever value you want, and that's opportunity for all of us. So But now we've gone above and beyond in our commitment to the community. I mean, the fact that we're even doing this is unheard of in terms of DeFi, and I think it's going to be really powerful for the future, because I know a lot of people have been sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what happens with the migration, and you know, we always do what we say we're going to do, and I think that's really important for the future of EMP. So, and after this, I mean, that's it. Fusion is a a well-oiled machine. Obviously, we'll always be adding new features and new mechanisms within Fusion, but this is really the last step in transitioning from the old EMP to the new EMP Fusion model without really screwing anybody in the process. And 99% of all crypto protocols cannot say that. So I'm really excited. What about you, Grover? Are you gonna be looking for some cheap microgrids?
Oh yeah, there's going to be some cheap microgrids, because obviously people are going to be there are people that are wanting to exit, and there's going to be some cheap ones. And remember, every buying on the marketplace is actually, although obviously it's not directly increasing peg, it's still a good thing. When you buy off the marketplace, obviously you're going to buy the cheapest. It means that it's raising the floor price of the microgrids on the marketplace, which means that it's makes the lowest price higher. So people that are selling are actually getting more money for it. So I mean, like the more we can raise up the floor price, the better. The closer to the peg price that's microgrids are, and if someone does want to sell, the better value that they're getting out of it.
Yeah, absolutely, Grover. And I think it will be, again, a lot of people may be disappointed and upset about, all the legacy stuff, but there will be a lot of people that go, hey, I forgot about EMP. Oh, wow, I get credit. And now they learn about EMP again, and they say, oh, this is cool. Rather than selling at a loss, I'll just keep it in here and earn and get involved again. And I don't want to underestimate that either, because I think a lot of people will say, oh, wow, EMP really did do what they said they were going to do, and there is something here. So again, take everything with a grain of salt. Be prepared. I'm just trying to give everybody a heads up right now. There is no right or wrong answer, but this is the last step. Moving to Fusion fully now, and then we can go off to the races with that, full speed. So and there will be open. That was one last point I want to make. Uh, we're leaving the claiming process open for 60 days. So you get 2 full months. Again, it's funny to me that when we start having all this momentum, people come out of the woodwork to, that haven't checked on EMP in 2 years. They pop in and want to create drama. But that being said, we got to spread the word for the next 2 months that anybody that was in the legacy contracts will now have credit. And, after those 60 days, then, that's it. I mean, we can't leave it open forever, and we have to give people ample time. But, it's not something that, is going to go on forever. So once that window closes, then there is literally no more new EMP entering Fusion unless it's sacrificed. So that is really powerful.
And also, it's a little bit of a bittersweet moment. I mean, like, it's the final goodbye to old Fusion. It
Yeah,
really
it is,
is.
Grover.
I
It's
mean,
true,
like,
man.
it's what, 3 years, 2 to 3 years we're there, and then it's the final goodbye to old Fusion and old EMP, and into Fusion.
Yeah, it's true, brother. It is. It's a closing chapter. We're sunsetting, what wasn't sustainable, and the tokenomics that we learned from, and moving into a fully sustainable system. And then yeah, we'll go over it next week. But remember, there are a ton of revenue streams that are built into Fusion as well. So as we get through this, and those revenue streams start coming online, that's when APR really starts moving. And then all of you that built positions and didn't, and maybe got credit through this migration and stuck around, that's those of you are the ones that are going to be earning substantial APR. So, we have a multi-stage process. That process is playing out exactly as designed. It may not be as fast as some people hope, but it is for the good of the protocol. So, step by step, we're getting there, and it's coming together incredibly well. So, all right, awesome. Anything else you want to add to that, Grover, before I go through some final questions?
I don't think so. I mean, like it's very bullish news that the retiring of the legacy contracts. It's bullish for everyone out there, but it's also bullish for us. That means no more wins.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that mostly out of anything, Grover. Oh man, if I don't ever have to win again, I will be a happy man. So, all right, awesome. I think we really didn't get a lot of questions um through here, but I'll highlight a few. And again, if you have questions, feel free. Marvin asks, will there be an option in the future to transfer bonds between wallets? Um, uh, the short answer is not on the immediate roadmap. Part of that is a security feature as well for those that may or may not be hacked. But um, again, if that's something that people really want, then we can look into that and we may be able to facilitate through a secondary contract rather than opening it up to everybody to transfer. So, uh, but yeah, I'll make sure that's on the list of things that people may or may not want. So, all right, awesome. Thank you, Marvin. All right, and then Marin says, "What's the maximum total supply of eShare?" So yeah, the actual minted amount of eShare again, it's similar to Bitcoin in the halving model. So every year we mint half as much. So I think this past year we minted an additional 12,000. This coming year, I think it's six or maybe even three. And maybe six this past cycle. But what we've even talked about just capping the inflation on eShare altogether. But the short answer is, if you account for all that's been burned, there's only like 45,000 EMP. I'm sorry, eShare available. So that is incredibly low. 45,000 total tokens. So and again, a lot of those may be dead wallets. The LP, there's not even probably 2,000 eShare in the LP. So it can experience supply shock really, really quickly. And, similar tokens and even eShare itself in the beginning days, when there was a lot less, I mean, eShare was $1,000 per token. So again, that's not a prediction or promise of future price, but it can absolutely get back to that price with the low supply and fusion firing on all cylinders. So
Also important to mention that with Fusion burning eShare and now with the competition burning eShare, I believe it's probably actually deflationary.
yeah, totally, Grover. Even though, like I said, we say we mint every year, um, it's very little, and with the volume of the marketplace and everything that Grover has been putting together and what we do just buying and burning uh, randomly from the Treasury, yeah, I would venture to say that eShare is deflationary at this point, just like EMP. So cool. All right, and then last but not least, do we have a time frame for P&L? So yeah, this I think is in regards to the bonds. We are adding some more UI features on the bonds, including a personalized P&L or profit and loss statement. Yeah, I don't want to overpromise or over deliver. So I would say, within a month it will be there. So it is like second or third on the list right now. So it just depends on how quickly the devs can get through it. we have 2 more white labels coming on board. Again, EMP.Money went live last week. We'll be having more updates on that next week in the AMA in their community as well. And then there's a second that again is a big community, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to say who it is because it's a private group. And then 2 more public groups will be coming online hopefully next week. One is another, large net worth individual community and education platform, and the other is a financial institution. So lots of really great things with the white labels coming as well. So yeah, conservatively, let's say another month, but most likely sooner. So cool. All right, I think that's it. All right. Anything I missed, Rover? Any final words you want to add before we wrap it up?
I don't think there's any anything we missed there. I just also had a quick look on Discord. There's a question on there on Discord. Hi guys, first time using this form. Is the EMP Fusion dashboard not working or discontinued? I don't believe it is. I believe everything's up and going there.
Yeah, the Fusion site should be working as designed. The old EMP site again, since all the contracts were retired, there is no longer any interface over there. But now with the legacy migration, you'll see your sacrifice points that you are credited right in front, top and center on the website. And like I said, hopefully it will be early day US tomorrow, and I'll do a full announcement about that. And then obviously that'll be the main focus of next week's AMA is to go over what to do. But it's very, very simple. Literally one button press, and you get your credit. So
the only other thing on Discord was an update on the Olympics thing that LA spoke about. But
yeah,
I believe we'd have to ask LA about that one.
I know, yeah, the Olympics, right? EMP Olympics. Yeah, that is still in the works. Again, that's LA's great creative mind on community engagement and incentives. So I don't want to steal her thunder. But we said we would roll that out as we got closer to PEG. So keep that PEG increasing, and we will have a really cool community effort around the EMP Olympics. Yeah, so
Yeah. And
cool.
apart from that, I can't see any more questions. I don't know. Can you?
No, I didn't know say Grover, so we'll wrap it up, brother. Again, I just want to say thank you for joining me tonight. Grover has been an extension of the team, an amazing, amazing help, brother, and appreciate all that you do. And especially with you and John and Fusion Watch, and really helping us, scale and a lot of success that we've had with EMP as of lately is 100% because of your involvement. So thank you for being here, man, and appreciate all that you do.
No problem. I try my best to help the community and get us all the way to PEG and see and get Fusion running on all cylinders.
Absolutely, brother. So, all right, then we're gonna wrap it up. We come to you every Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Like I said, the legacy migration is finally here, so keep an eye out for that tomorrow. We'll do a full update, and then next week's AMA will be solely focused on that process. Once you do see the announcement go out, please share with other communities that may forgotten about EMP, but now have some credit due to them. And we're going to keep moving forward. So definitely look at bonds, grab some while you can, not financial advice, and use those bonds to fuel your other investments in memes or EMP or eShare or GDEX or more bonds. So that is the homework for the week. And as always, appreciate all of you being here, your support, and your patience, as we continue to build an amazing protocol that will be here for years and years to come. So, all right. And join me in about 30 minutes over on the Honor vs. Madness live stream. I have some really cool videos to share over there. We've been making major headway on our game as well. So, all right. Good night. Good day. Much love to all of you. We will see you next Thursday.
Good night. See you later.